In today's YouTube video, I got you guys with the best settings on Warzone after the update. Now, with my settings, man, I can promise you guys that you're going to improve as a player, man. You're going to start to get a lot of high kill gameplays. Along with that, man, even more wins on your account. If my settings are helpful to you guys, man, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, man, just because we are close to the 100,000 subscriber mark. So make sure you guys go ahead and copy all my settings that I got you guys with today's video. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to these settings real quick. I do not play on keyboard and mouse at all whatsoever, so we're going to go ahead and skip that option right here. Let's move on straight on to the graphics. Now, this is everything that I play on. I have a 3080 graphics card in my gaming PC. I do play on full screen mode. My screen refresh rate is 144 Hz with the 1920 by 1080 render resolution. I will be upgraded to a 1440p monitor in the future, so I'm probably gonna make a updated settings video about that, just so you guys are getting more frames for that, of course. Everything else, man, set this thing to disable. Now, I do want to address the custom frame rate limit. Now, for my PC players, I highly recommend you guys put this thing to unlimited right here, especially if you are trying to get the most frames as possible. For whatever reason it may be, I did notice that when you have this thing set to custom, right, and you are capping your frames to 60 or whatever, and you are setting this gameplay custom frame rate limit option right here to 300, it feels like you are not actually getting, you know, all your frames that you could get compared to unlimited. I do know that some people do not like rocking unlimited or whatever, just because there is no point in having, like, you know, 100 some frames in the main menu. But trust me, guys, you are actually getting way more frames in the gameplay custom frame rate limit part once you guys start playing compared to custom. It's so weird, but just try it out, okay? I don't know if this is like a glitch or something, but this is what I've been rocking, okay? Brightness, this is all up to your monitor. I am perfectly fine with the 55 brightness. Display gamma, I want you guys to try playing on 2.4 BT. I did notice that the game is a little bit more vibrant and clear for me personally, so make sure you guys are trying this right here. sRGB is cool, but I want you guys to go ahead and try out 2.4 BT and see you guys see what you guys feel about it, okay? NVIDIA highlights disabled, NVIDIA reflex low latency. I have this right here set to N plus boost just because my game looks way smoother. Along with that, man, it feels like very responsive, okay? So make sure you guys are rocking that right there, okay? Let's move on to the quality settings. For my quality settings, man, I am playing on a 120 FOV with the affected option on. This one makes it look like my guns have this one makes it look like my guns don't have any type of recoil at all whatsoever. Camera movement, had this thing set to 50%. It's really no point in having this to 100% at all whatsoever. To set to 50%. Details and textures. If you guys are a competitive player, I guess you could say, or whatever, and you're trying to just get more friends, or even if you're just looking for more friends, okay, have everything set on very low. This Warzone looks very good, even with all these settings to be on low. So make sure you guys got it set right here. The only thing you want to have set on high is the particle quality. For whatever reason may be, you are actually getting a little bit more frames we have set at high. So make sure you guys got it like this. I do not notice the difference between the quality if you got everything set to normal. The only thing that I didn't notice right off rip is just that you're gonna feel a little bit of input delay on your controller, or I believe keyboard and mouse, if you got everything set to high. It's really not necessary, so make sure you guys got this thing set to like very low, just so your game feels like a little bit more responsive. All right, we're gonna go down right here. Filming strength is 1, filming grain is 0. NVIDIA DLSS, this is really, if you guys are rocking this, I feel bad for you. Set the state to disable. It really does not do anything at all whatsoever, but just make your gameplay just look just very pixelated, so we do not want that at all. Anti-aliasing set to off. If you guys are trying to get a clearer picture for your Warzone, especially for my PC players, make sure you guys are either playing with this thing set to 0 or have it to the next option right here. But you guys should never ever play on the SMAA T2S or Filmic SMAA T2S, just because your gameplay is going to look a lot blurry, especially from like a long range situation, okay? So have this thing set to off, right? Depth of field, all this stuff set to disable. Shadow illusion, everything right here, guys, should also be set to disable. The only two things that you guys want to set to enable is just the cashy spot shots and cashy sunshine. These are the two things that are very important, that's going to give you the most frames. So make sure you guys start setting this right here to enable. All right, Let's see, interface. Now this is for my console players. Now if you guys are trying to make your gameplay look a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more clear with it, just so you guys can see enemies like a little bit you highly recommend you guys set this thing to during up your both, or if you do not want to, you can try out train up both. These two are like the perfect ones in my personal opinion. I'm not colorblind or anything like that, I just like the way it looks. So try doing up your both or try train up your both. It's really just up to you. Horizontal and vertical, I got this thing set to 0-0. This is really just based on your monitor, and pretty much this is explaining what this does. It pretty much just move everything on your mini map, especially you got it on 0-0. It pretty much just makes everything a little bit more like smushed in, I guess you could say. So depending on your monitor, let's say that you guys have this thing set to 100. Depending on your monitor, like I said, there gonna be situations too where if you are trying to look at the mini map, you pretty much gotta like move your head all the way to the left just to look at it. Okay, so me personally, man, I like this thing set to 0-0 just so I am seeing like what's in like front of me, like pretty much everything just in the center. All right, mini map shape is set to square, mini rotation set to enable, show compass. I got this thing set to disable. I know a lot of people set this thing to enable. I just got mine stuff set to disable. Just to remove all like the HUD and stuff like that. I really don't like it. Everything is set to the default right here. You really do not need any of this at all whatsoever. Let's move to my audio settings. Now for my audio settings, guys, I personally play on boost low. Warzone in general, man, Warzone, it is very hard to like hear people in this game. Along with that, man, the audio cues are kind of like messed up. So I highly recommend you guys either try a boost low or boost high. Me personally, man, I love boost low, so try that right there. Hamburger sound effects, this is like default. I got my stuff set to classic. Everything else is set to like default right here. Controller settings. Now these are my controller settings that I've been rocking for the longest ever since I did get my new PC and my new controller. Dead zone. Okay, now I have my dead zone set to 0-0 just because this is a new controller that I have. I do play on a Battle Beaver controller, so I got my stuff set to 0-0 or whatever. I highly recommend you guys do not use 0-0 at all whatsoever. If you have stick drift, what I recommend you guys to do is keep on moving your dead zone up until you notice your right analog stick doesn't move by itself. But since I don't have input delay, well, not input delay, since I don't have dead zone, what am I talking about? Since I don't have stick drift on my controller, I just set this thing to 0-0. I don't know, I just like it like that. And my sensitivity, guys, I got this thing set to 6.6. These are like default settings, especially if you are trying to transition to a controller player. So try 6.6, see what you guys like about it. All right, everything else is like turned off. ADS sensitivity multipliers is 1. Aim response curvature is the dynamic. It's the best one. Aim is set to the standard. Oh, also, man, controller vibration, please set this thing to disable. That is very annoying. But if you guys are a person who love the controller vibration to enable, you're weird, I guess. But hey, man, just do whatever rocks for you. Aim is set to the standard. Skill aim to FOV. I got my stuff set to disable. Everything else, ADS melee. Yeah, make sure you guys are using this right here. For Warzone, I guess you could say, make sure you guys are using contextual tab just so you guys can loot a little bit faster. Armor play behavior, guys, they set to apply all. Slide behavior is set to tab. Auto move forward is disabled. Double tap automatic sprint. Enable, disable. You guys really need to copy these sets right here just because this is going to improve your movement. Overall, this is going to make you be able to slide cancel better. And yeah, man, try these sets, man. Let me know what you guys think about it, okay? But let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and move on to like the off game settings. All right, man. So we are on the off game settings right now. I'm going to show you guys everything that I use or whatever. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So let's go ahead and go straight to the video control panel settings. These is what I use right here. Now this is pretty much what's gonna make your game look a little bit more vibrant. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and go with this. Just pretty much just go over this with you guys. So for your brightness, I'm gonna make sure that you are setting this right here to 55%. For the contrast part, make sure you guys are also setting this 55%. And for your gamma, you wanna move this up to at least move this to like maybe like 135, I guess you could say. 1.35 is like very good. I'm trying to get it there as close as I can right there. Let me see. There you go. That's perfect right there. Digital vibrance. Now the brightness and contrast is one thing, but the one thing that's gonna make your game stand out way more and just like this game changer, and you can't lose frames like this. I highly recommend you guys to put your digital vibrance up to like 75, and your game is gonna look like very vibrant. It's beautiful. Okay, so make sure you guys are rocking that right there. Okay, make sure you guys press apply just to save those options. Okay, and these are my NVIDIA control panel settings that I use or whatever. Let me see. make sure you guys copy everything. I'm pretty sure you guys can see everything. Yeah, you guys can see everything now. Yeah, so make sure you guys are copied down these settings. Gonna go ahead and just go over it. You guys can pause the video if you want to or whatever. These are my NVIDIA control panel settings to get them more like frames, low latency on my PC, everything, especially for the games. So make sure you guys go ahead and copy that down right there. All right, you guys can pause the video if you guys want to. Let's move on to my DS4 Windows, since I do use DS4 Windows for my controller. I use some special settings that nobody shows you guys. Now make sure you guys go ahead and copy these down. This right here, man, I promise you guys this, man, once you start using this, man, when I say your controller feels a lot of like really just responsive, bro, it really does, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just go over it. You guys can pause the video if you guys would like, but this is like the best DS4 Windows settings for controller. You guys go ahead and copy that down. All right, YouTube, so that right there, man, is my best Warzone settings. Like I said in the beginning of the intro, man, if my settings are very helpful to you guys, man, hit that sub button. It's free, man. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow's video, and hey, see you guys tomorrow, boys. Peace.